Peace, family. Thanks for tuning in. Peace to all the crypto community. Peace to the new subscribers and new listeners. See, I made this crypto channel for people who got eyes to see and ears to listen. This channel is deeper than cryptos and blockchain. I'm here to give you the crypto facts and half truths. It's up to you to find out what is true to you. See, the crypto investments I talk about, it can make you a zero or it can make you a hero, or best believe it can make you a zero. See, I'm not a financial advisor nor investment advisor. I'm just a drill sergeant here in this crypto wealth war. And I got to bring that in.
Before ATM and debit cards, Venmo and PayPal, checks were king of purchasing.
What about now? Do you still write checks or even have a checkbook with you? We'll have you weigh in rather shortly. First, we're going to turn to News 8's Monique Grego, who looked into whether personal checks are really as obsolete as some of us may think.
You know, I was really surprised to find out just how many people in our own newsroom still use personal checks to pay for things just because of all the options we have nowadays. But if you think paper checks are nearing their end, recent research may surprise you. Even just 20 years ago, most Americans didn't go anywhere without this, their trusted checkbook and ledger. But nowadays, do you have a checkbook?
No, sorry.
I just use credit card.
When was the last time you wrote a personal check?
I'd say about 3 years ago.
It's pretty much old school. I don't even know how to write it anymore.
With so many people swiping, chipping, and apping their money around.
Venmo. We use Venmo. We use,
The personal check is no doubt a dwindling form of payment, but is it really in danger of going extinct?
Some person might write you a check, but your check might bounce.
In the early 2000s, some experts were predicting the paper payments would be obsolete by the year 2021.
Going into a digital world and people are kind of using the Bitcoins, the cryptocurrencies.
But according to a 2017 Federal Reserve payment study, while check payments dropped by half from around $40 billion in 2000 to less than $20 billion in 2012, in recent years, that trend has slowed to decline less than 1% annually. So in other words, the personal check is hanging on.
You think it'll ever make a comeback?
Probably not.
Most people we talked to couldn't believe just how trusting they were, carrying around a piece of paper with all their important financial and personal information.
Anybody could write a check and write your name on it for whatever amount they wanted.
And if you think millennials may signal the end of the personal check era, you may be wrong. A recent study found 42% still use them. Although the ones we talked to said when they see someone paying with a check, it just means they're,
in all honesty, just old.
It's weird.
Like, kind of weird, yeah.
And another interesting stat that I saw that came out was that when it comes to adults in America, around 11% don't use the internet at all. I'm talking about nothing, not on their cell phone or anywhere else. So that may help explain why personal checks haven't gone away.
I was wondering if I still kept mine, and I had it just for, emergencies. You always have
Yeah, and I needed checks to shoot for the story, and our photographers had them. So people are definitely still using them, but just not as much. So, I mean, in this age where we're using everything digital, I guess the check still has a little bit of a life left, and people still use them.
And you made a great point, though, about all the personal information that is on a check when you hand it over to someone, your routing number, your home address. So, another reason to just move to Venmo or something.
But the money tends to leave your account just a little bit slower. That's
exactly. Then you have time. Then you have time to get it in there.
Right.
Peace, family. Peace, family. Peace, family. Peace. This your brother Red Dad, Blue Dad, a.k.a. Financial Freedom Fighter. That's right. A.k.a. Time Clock Smash, family. I've been financial freedom fighting, and I've been doing this time clock smashing, family. But guess what? I'm back at it again. Your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad, been part of the Great Reset. Everything and everyone will be affected by the Great Reset, family. So that's why I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to change your mind when it comes to these cryptocurrencies, NFTs, blockchains, so on and so forth, family. I'm here to bring that energy today because I got to bring that energy, family. I've been doing a lot of thinking. I've been doing a lot of reading, family. But I'm back at it, and I want to keep it close and simply stupid. And what I want to keep it close with, the Fednow instant payments, family. Why am I bringing this to your attention, family? Because I got to bring this to your attention. Now, the federal instant payments, that deals with the feds, and that's the Federal Reserve, is the dollar, family. The worldwide dollar that enslaves everyone, family. Okay, every country that can't afford it. Let me say it that way, family. So that's why the Great Reset. That's why everything is going to an even playing field. So how is the Fednow services, family, which is a digital service, it's not a physical service, but a digital service They don't need regulations. They don't need anything, okay? But they're just flying right under the radar, getting ready to launch. But people who got eyes to see and ears to listen, that I'm bringing to your attention, we on top of this, family, okay? Now, we got to understand, everything's about an instant payment, family. So the Fednow, which is a instant payment solution, family, worldwide, starts in America for the Americans, but is going to be available worldwide. Iso20022 family is going to connect all that, family. So let's just keep our eyes on it. And today I'm just making it simply stupid. Let's just talk about, we're going to listen to Mark Gold, which is a chief payment executive, talk about in the next 3 years, okay, how everything is going to be ran and what they're looking at and how far they came along, family. So please enjoy the video and also stay tuned for the blockchain technology, because this is a digital technology, family. It's digital. So Fednow is a digital. What do I believe that's going to run this technology? Stay tuned. All right. Peace. Let's enjoy.
It's interesting, you had mentioned, revolutionary was the word you used, a first in 40 years. Fednow, clearly is going to be all of those things. Maybe we can drill down a little bit more on the features and functionality that you talked about, just in terms of how the Fednow service, when it is fully operational, what that will mean for the U.S. payments landscape.
Yeah, we're super excited about Fednow, as you can probably gather in my comments. So a few things that I would highlight that I think will really distinguish Fednow in the marketplace. One thing is just the reach. There are 10,000 financial institutions in this country, and our goal is to achieve nationwide reach of instant payments among financial institutions of every size in every community across the U.S. That's something that we're uniquely positioned to do because we have electronic connections to every financial institution in the country already. The second thing that I think is pretty exciting about Fednow is this is going to be a new instant payments platform, and we're releasing functionality at launch. But, once Fednow is in the market, we fully expect entrepreneurs and creative people all around the country to use Fednow as a platform for further innovation. An example that I might use is, when Apple came up with the iPhone back in, I think it was 2007, they had in mind some applications that would probably ride on that phone, but they might not have thought of everything that phone would be used for. The things that we use it for today, boarding airplanes, listening to music, listening to podcasts, and all kinds of other things. So I think the same thing is going to happen with Fednow. We're going to get it to market, and then I think the private sector is going to take over. And I think that we're going to see Fednow being used for things that we might not even imagine today. Now, at launch, the Fednow service will include a number of features to support banks' ability to provide instant payment services to their customers. And some features include things like request for payment functionality. So the way you could think about that is maybe it's your cell phone provider, or maybe it's your utility provider. Now, they could send you an email or a text with a link to say, hey, you owe us $100. You can click the link and make a payment instantly. And we're also going to have the ability to include bill or invoice information along with the payment. And after that, the sky's the limit. I mean, I think there's a lot of things that we have in mind. We have a 5 or 10 year roadmap for things that we'd like to include on the platform. And we're really committed to not waiting 4 years or 5 years or something like that in between releases, really using an agile development methodology to try to introduce new functionality as quickly, safely, and efficiently as possible. I think the last thing that I might say, Matt, is we're already kind of in market to a certain extent. We're piloting right now with about 120 organizations in the country, which is super exciting. So I guess my message to anybody watching is, if you're a bank, start thinking about this. Start asking questions about how you can connect. And if you're a consumer or a merchant, ask your bank what their plans are to connect to Fednow.
Yeah, that's going to be, I love that open-minded attitude about letting the private sector do what it does, and just sort of your openness to we'll hear and see and watch where this thing goes over the coming decade, if you will.
Yeah. And I think we've seen examples of that in the past, Matt, too. If you think about the ACH system, for example, ACH is being used today in ways that I don't think we would have envisioned 20 or 30 years ago. I mean, it's facilitating person-to-person payments, for example, in some mobile platforms. So it's a perfect example of how I think FedNow is going to be used going forward.
Yeah, I mean, you made that analogy with the cell phone bill. I just see a big decline in return checks as a result of this instant settlement of payment. It's like you can't send money unless you have it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, family, you just heard Mark Gold from the Federal Reserve, the chief executive payment, talk about the future of ACH payments, the future of instant payments. So the Fed now, how they're going to connect 10,000 institutions, and they already pilot testing 120. So you know that's going to be your credit unions, and we already using these ACH payments, peer-to-peer or person-to-person via Venmo. Cash App, Zelle. So we using these type of things. So the Fed now want to be on steroids. They want to be Cash App on steroids. They want to be Zelle on steroids, family. They want to connect everything. Okay. I'm going to keep us following real close with the Fed now and what they're up to, because I believe that this is going to connect the rest of the crypto in the instant payments, family, the regulated instant payments, all the other ones, family. Trust me, this is flying right under the rug. If you got eyes to see and ears to listen, you see this, family. It ain't getting past you. So you already know how the check system. The baby boomers is the ones still using check, family. The baby boomers is the ones still reading newspapers, family, not us. Some millennials probably read it for sports. The only reason millennials probably use checks, family, is to rob Peter to pay Paul. Because you got a 2-3 day grace period. If you ain't got no money in the bank, to put the money there. To go get it from somewhere else to cover that check, family. That's the only reason why we really use checks, family. Try to get over on the system. We already know that now. Now, talking about Generation Z probably would never write a check. They already on Cash App and Zelle. So, family, if you ain't got it, you can't spend it. And that's just the way it's going to be, family. Instant payments worldwide. So, there's a lot of benefits to it, and there's a lot of disadvantages to it, family. So, we're going to route like that. Now, you got to understand, what is the Federal Reserve instant payment, family? So, if it's not physical, you're not going to be writing a physical check no more, then what is the technology, right? We got to understand the technology. I'm here for the technology that's going to replace the paper. The paper check. What is that technology, family? And this is what I believe the technology to be. Family, they got me sold. I mean, the truth is in plain sight. Scytherium. I believe Scytherium to be that technology that's going to be moving the payments of Fednow, family. It's right here. They're not talking about it. Of course, they're not talking about it. It's not going to be on your television. It's not going to be on their social medias, family. You got to have eyes to see and ears to listen. I believe that this payment service system, which is called Cypherium, like they say right here, you can go to the FedNow site and you can see it. Okay, you can go to Scytherium site and you can see that now they are FedNow SM services. Choice is Scytherium as the service provider, family. You got to have eyes to see and ears to listen. I've done other videos on this, family. Everything. I broke down the Fed line. I broke down that whole system because it's really called Fed line, not Fed line. Fed line is the education system of it. And remember, they have to teach the banks this, family. The banks has to learn this. Okay, all the bank managers have to know this system in order to use it, because they will be using this system, because this is the technology that's going to save the banks, family. Okay, this is the technology that's going to save the banks, but we understanding this is a version of the digital dollar. How they're not regulation? How come nobody is not saying anything? Where's the SEC? Where's everybody in they building this system, family? Once this system is up and running, I believe that all the other instant payments would take off. And it's not financial advice that I'm giving you. It's just my research that tells me that. Okay, Cypherium plans to offer instant payment services to organizations that adopt in the FedNow service. So they're gonna be they're gonna be in bed with all these instant payments. I don't think that the FedNow is its only customer. I should say they're gonna have Cytherium is gonna be part of a lot of other banks, family, and a lot of other instant payments. But here it is with our instant dollar. We heard from Nick, the Federal Reserve Vice President, and now FedNow business exec, family. Okay. Have eyes to see and ears to listen. I told you I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to change your mind when it comes to cryptocurrency. In case you don't know what Scytherium is, let me bring it to you again. Let me show it to you via CoinGecko. I'm not trying to brag about when I brought this token to you guys. I brought this token a few months ago, at least 3 to 5 months ago. This token was trading at 3 cents. So if you got in it then, family, you welcome. You have doubled your money. Okay, it has went from 3 cents to 6 cents, family. Okay, so I believe Cypherium is the technology. I believe. Now I'm just going off what I'm reading. And the truth is in plain sight. Unless it's a host and something like that. That's the only way they get me. But from the white papers, from the blue papers, the red papers, from the roadmaps, family, they're telling us that Cypherium is the technology that's going to run Fednow blockchain, family. That's going to run their services, man. So have eyes to see and ears to listen, man. Make sure you dotting your I's and crossing your T's on this. I believe technologies like this, when you get into it early, it give you a chance to, to make a little decent, money and invest into some things that's real in life, like land, real estate. Real estate and land is always going to be the best investment, but you got to have money to do it. You got to have big money. With this, you can have a little bit of money and just time, patience. You know what I'm saying? So I believe you get into blockchains, technologies like this, they give you a chance. They only 540 million available supply. Max supply was 8.4 billion. Somebody owns a lot of it, but maybe you can just get your share. Get what you can afford. Not financial advice, family. I told you I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to change your mind. Stay tuned for your boy REDDADBLUEDAD Fednow updates. I'm going to be keeping this simply stupid. I'm going to be watching this very close, family. So get ready for that launch. They say it's going to launch mid-2023 of this year. So your boy REDDADBLUEDAD got that Hawkeye on it, family. Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everybody hanging out with REDDADBLUEDAD. I'm back on it again, family. So peace and love. I'm out.
Peace and love, love and peace, brother. Support Blue Dad. I'm making that paper. REDDADBLUEDAD. I'm making that paper. Yeah, REDDADBLUEDAD. I'm making that. How about you? I'm trying to fight this wild bull. Yeah, no, I won't lose. How about you? Stick to the script, yeah, bro, yeah, just like glue. The poor get poor every day, now homie, now I won't lose. Probably a mindset of people, that's something that I can't choose. It's REDDADBLUEDAD, I'm making that paper. Yeah, REDDAD.